Okay, so I've found success. I'm going to depress the pin, put the cylinder pin in, let the pin go, and I cannot retract the cylinder retainer pin without pushing down on the pin that keeps the cylinder retainer pin in. So we can check it out with the cylinder in place. Come to a one-click cock there, get the cylinder in there, drop the pin into place, and sometimes it's a bit of a wrestling match to get everything lined up. Okay, so you see that the pin's seated fully. You can see that this pin is sticking out just a little bit, and that cap is fully recessed right down in there, right? So now the weapon will fire, and it will properly rotate the cylinder. So the reason I started all of this is because of a broken base plate pin, or spring rather. And that looks like this. And what this does is it sits in the bottom of the pistol, the revolver, and it holds this part up. This part engages with these notches on the cylinder and causes the cylinder to stay it's in battery or lined up with the barrel, because you don't want you don't want your cylinder to be, partially off to the side. The hammer may still strike, but the bullet will hit the side of the barrel right there, and we don't want that. So I will show you when I go to full cock. Let's see if I can get the light a little better here. So when I go to full cock, you're going to see that retainer pop up. See that? Right there. And that engages with these barrel slots, these lugs here, and keeps the cylinder in the place that it's supposed to be for firing. And I'll put the pin back together and show you what I'm talking about. So drop the pin in there. You see the pin wants to fall right down in there, which is good. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling there. Something's not like it. There it is. There we go. Okay, so the cylinder retainer pin is fully seated. This pin is poking out the side where you can easily depress it. This cap is fully recessed down there. The loading trap is closed, and we're at one-click cock. Okay, so you can see that the cylinder rotates freely, but doesn't back up at all. And then when it's fully cocked and ready to fire, the cylinder has very little movement in it, maybe a couple of thousandths rotation in there. And when the hammer is fully down and the trap is closed, there's no rotation in the cylinder. Before, when this spring was not keeping enough, and it was broken, it wasn't keeping enough pressure on that pin that engages these notches, the cylinder would actually rotate about a full quarter turn. And if you try to fire that way, you could be in for a disaster. You could have an exploding 45 long Colt in your hands, and that's never any fun. But now it's all put back together. I have my new pin and cap assembly installed, and I've got full engagement on my cylinder retention pin And I'm going to take this apart one more time and put just a little bit, a tiny drop of blue Loctite on those threads to keep this from backing out. And that's the reason why I had to replace this, is because one of the things that was wrong with this revolver was I'd lost this pin. Somewhere in a move, I believe it happened, but this pin and cap separated because they do not have a lot of thread engagement. There's about 6 threads that engage, and you don't really cinch them down super tight. So I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on there and keep those from separating again. Thanks.